Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of C-STE Corner, where we spotlight and celebrate entrepreneurs, both emerging and established, who are really shaping their communities and industries. I'm your host today, Aliana Joel.
And I'm your co-host, Dalia Kumar.
This episode is extra exciting because we're really diving into the creative world of videography, storytelling, and entrepreneurship with someone who's built an empire from the ground up. Joining us today is Devin Huynh, the founder and CEO of 11%. Devin started editing for free back in high school with zero clients and what he calls mid-edits. Fast forward a few years later, he's worked with Mercedes, Coachella, and even toured with Lil Baby as a videographer. Now, through 11%, he's helping the next generation of creators with the tools, presets, and workflows he wished he had when he started. Before we jump in, if you'd like to learn more about what we do at CSTE, make sure to follow us on Instagram at CSUN_entrepreneurship for the latest updates, behind the scenes content, and upcoming events. Before we get into the story, let's give a warm welcome to our guest, Devin Huynh.
Thank you, guys. I'm flattered by the intro. Much appreciated. Very honored to be here. Excited to take it away.
Lovely. For our listeners tuning in, Devin, could you please give us a quick moment to introduce yourself and share a bit about what you do?
Yeah, so my name is Devin. I started off doing like video, mainly YouTube. YouTube was probably where it all began at five like 7 maybe, and then just started the YouTube channel. Was the YouTube kid in elementary school. Did a lot of other random online businesses throughout middle school, sold on Amazon in high school, and then transitioned mainly into videography. For the past, I'd say like 6-7 years, I run a template store called 11%, and 11% consists of two things. It's our YouTube channel where we teach free tutorials for other video editors on how to make cool edits, how to work faster and enhance their creative output. And then on top of that, we sell templates, plugins, and automation workflows to help them edit a lot faster. Pretty base overview.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Devin. So let's start from the very beginning. You started editing for free in high school, correct?
Yeah. So I started in middle school. I would do like music videos for my friends. Like everybody wanted to be a rapper in middle school. And I remember I was on the bus and one of my friends was like, oh my goodness, like, bro, I'm gonna make this song. And he like recorded it off of his phone in his like closet. And then he was like, we need a music video. So I had my iPhone. I could do the music video. Did the music video like for free. And then it was fun. I had a lot of fun with it. I learned like how to use Premiere Pro for the first time. And yeah, I was doing that. And then middle school, I feel like it was always like two things of like video and like I love the business side of things too.
Mm-hmm.
Always wanted to do something that was like profitable at the end of the day. So I started an Amazon store and I would sell like drop ship basically from China to Amazon warehouses, and I would sell these like nasal aspirators. So it was like this thing that the mother would use and they'd suck the boogers out of like the baby's nose. And I was like, it's gonna sell. And I was like telling my dad, I was like, dude, this is gonna work. We just have to ship it all to the house. And then I was like, I had this giant warehouse, spent like all my life savings on it, and then COVID hit and China fees like went crazy up, and I just had to like shut it all down. We lost like it lost like $1,000, but that felt like the world back then. It was like it was over. And anyways, I just pretty much resorted back to doing videography around 2020 and COVID. To 2021 and everything started reopening, I would just go back out and just like DM hundreds of like rappers and like producers. I do everything because I was just like, I thought it was so cool. I was like, I just want to shoot music videos. And I was like, if I could go through them, I'd probably, it's so cringe worthy. It's like these giant text messages, and I'm just like, please, bro, let me like shoot for you for free. Let me edit, like whatever. Like I'll just please like hook me up. And I did that for probably a year and a half, like every night, like without miss, I would stay up for an extra hour and a half, and I'd send at least like 40, 50 DMs every night. And then that led to, like, I think the first thing where I started taking off was editing. It was there's Jordan Clarkson on the Utah Jazz, and his editor got back to me, or his videographer got back to me, and then I did a bunch of stuff for JC's team. So that kind of like opened up the door for video editing. I was like, oh, maybe this can work. Just kept doing that and reaching out to other like videographers and artists, built the network. And then in high school, I kind of had like built up kind of a network by then, and was just going out to events. Wasn't doing any free work, thankfully, so that was cool. Was able to make like some extra side money during high school. And I went to Complex Con, and I was shooting for this brand, and then one of my good friends, Matt, just so happened to be there, and it was just like he saw my video, and I was like, we reached out, we met each other, and then he hooked me up with his connects, and then that put me on the Coachella media team. So I did the media team for Coachella in 2023, and then the Stagecoach one right after. I was doing like festivals back to back to back, and then Rolling Loud, Head in the Clouds. I did a bunch of festivals, and was just working those gigs. Those were really cool. They were fun, but the only thing was like, I realized it was a very like linear path of a career flow. Like I look at the editors and the photographers who are on those teams, like 10 years later in their career, and they got like bad back. They're, oh my God, I can't carry all this gear. And then they're getting paid like doo-doo. It's actually like terrible. They pay them like $200 a day, and it wasn't scalable. So I was like, oh, I have to do something else. I have to, so I started my YouTube channel around that point, and then started selling templates. And long story short, kind of pretty much ended up here selling templates and doing YouTube channel as the main thing, which started as a side thing from my oh yeah, there you go. There's a tutorial. It started as a side thing from my festival gigs, and I was just teaching how to do the effects that I was making from the festivals. And then in the summer of 2023, I was just still doing like festival stuff, wasn't getting paid much, and I had to go to college because like my parents wanted me to. The only place I got into was CSUN. I was like, I know, dude, CSUN's a great school. On the like retrospect, I look back and it's like, it's actually really good. I wanted to go to USC, that was the top one, but I'm so glad I did not. I would be in so much debt, and CSUN worked out. But I had to go to CSUN, and I remember I was just like, oh, dude, like I want to like, I don't know. I thought I wanted to be I wanted to put college dropout in my Instagram. I wanted to like be the kid who like, I didn't have to go to college. I didn't have to like, so I spent like the whole summer just pretty much like locked in, and I was trying to like DM, like I was just trying to get like more gigs. I was like, I need to like make more. I need to like double my income or whatever. It's just like, I don't have to do college. I don't want to work in a corporate 9 to 5. And so then I sent out a bunch of DMs to some of my past old clients, and randomly one of my friends, Brandon, and he's a manager at Quality Control, reached back out to me. He was like, oh, my artist Gloss Up is coming to LA, and she needs a music video for her new album, which is dropping like tomorrow or whatever, and we need the video in 24 hours. And I was like, okay, like let's do it. So I went out to LA, and I like brought my like little camera set up. We shot a music video, and then went home and edited it from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next day. And I had the whole music video done. It was like bloodshot red eyes, like coffee, 5 cups of coffee. And I was like, oh my God. I texted them. I was like, done. I'm done. I sent the video. And then Glass saw the video, and she was like, this is fire. They're like, we actually just fired our last tour photographer and we need a new like videographer. Like, are you down? Can you do like highlight reels and edits? And I was like, sure. Like, who's the artist? And like, she's touring with Lil Baby right now. And I was like let's do it. And then so I remember I was like I'm going, and my mom was like, no, you're not going. I was like, oh, I'm going like because it was like right at August, so I had already signed up for my classes at CSUN. And I was like, and then the tour ended in like October, so I was like let's go. I don't have to go to college for the first 2 months. And I remember like I had to go back and like reorganize my classes, and did like all online for the first 2 months. And yeah, it was cool. It was fun. Great learning experience. And I think it gave me a lot of insight as to like what other videographers are looking for. But long story short, that's eventually that's where I am today. The video editing YouTube channel I was always running the whole time wasn't like a really grand story when I transitioned. It was just kind of something that existed, and I took a lot of my experience from being in the field, being a videographer for like 5 years, 6 years, and that's how I make my products. Like, I know what videographers, video editors are looking for because I was in their shoes. And yeah, that's what 11% is, to help editors edit faster.
Were you always interested specifically in music videos? Was there ever like any, I guess, was it just film in general or just like music videos, do you think?
Yeah, so I started with I guess in like 7th grade, I wanted to make a Fortnite movie. And I was like, I'm gonna make a Fortnite movie, and I had like all my friends, and we wanted to do that. I was in the film program at CSUN, but I think it came down to like starving artist or what's the other option? But it's like, yeah, it's like if I'm gonna do film option, there's a lot of great career fields and paths in there. 100% hands down. I have a lot of respect for those guys who like go all in and the work and the art, the time and effort it goes into it. It's a lot. However, for me, it was like the amount of like output that I'm gonna have to like put in to do film compared to, I guess, the result that I'm gonna get from it is gonna be like I'm gonna be killing myself, like starving for 5-6 years so I can maybe get like a good footing in the industry. And then once you're in the industry, there's like that saying where it's like you're always as good as your last gig, and it's like there's nothing really sustainable, like scalable, I guess to say, in terms of just being like career industry in film industry. And also you have to love it too. I think I like liked it. I thought it was cool. It was like, oh, it'd be cool to do movies. But music videos and contracting work always stood out to me more because it's like, oh, I'm doing these contract gigs where I can do music videos as a contractor for the record label. And then I can hire 2 other editors who are like 2 other high school kids that I know. And then I could pay them. Sometimes I didn't. No. They said they want to do it for free, but it was like free work. So, yeah, it worked out. But I would work with all these like I could subcontract and then like scale a business and still be profitable and still not be like starving, I guess, as like from the film industry. That's just how I saw it. As I said, there's a bunch of options and like career paths in the film industry. For me, it just wouldn't be like worth the output, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That's funny that you said Fortnite movie. The reason I got into editing, I used to make thirst trap edits. That's how I started editing. Well, not Fortnite, just like Channing Tatum.
Hey,
like someone like that.
Hey,
that's how
virality is virality.
Yeah, I was just like, I like this. Editing is actually pretty fun, even if it's not just hot men, you know?
Yeah, you could edit anything. Like it's that's why I think it's super cool. And like the creator economy, now it's like the hot topic. It is going to be here. Like seriously, like you can make thirst trap edits, you can make Fortnite edits, whatever. The demand for videos is going to be like this estimated like creator economy is going to be worth $500 billion in 6 years from now, and we're going to need like 10 billion videos are going to need to be edited and produced in the next like year alone. That's like insane like output. Yeah, it's you could start with anything. I think it's really cool that you could just start and create nowadays. Did you start with the thirst trap and then move to like film, or are you?
I started with thirst traps, and then I took like some video class I had in high school. I'm so glad that they offered like something like that, because I guess I would have never known that I liked film so much if I didn't take that.
Cool.
Some classes, and I was like, I think I like film. I think I like storytelling. Went to community college, transferred here. I also had a similar thing. I almost went to Chapman.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I applied there too.
So in debt. I'm gonna have no money. Oh, so yeah, CSUN was a similar option. I do like it here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. CSUN's awesome. You did. Are you from LA or?
No, I'm from Sacramento, NorCal.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. And then AJ, you're from LA as well, or?
Yeah, I'm in LA.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I think CSUN's cool because I feel like nobody like compare the Chapman kids or the USC kids. It's like if we have to work for shit, and it's like I think a lot of also once again, this is all just take it light grain of salt.
No, we can be real. We can be real.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of private institutions or bigger name schools come with a little bit of entitlement and complacency. And there's this phrase by Jensen Huang, it's like, complacency kills. And I feel like CSUN kids feel like we have nothing. It's like from the mud. So like everybody has to work for everything. Like you gotta grind. Like there's no option. I think that's why I like CSUN a lot, because everybody I've met, like you guys doing your podcast, and it's like, who else is out here doing this, and to actually say you're gonna do it and then to do it. So props to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that I met a lot of people here that I definitely would not have met if I went to a different school. There's just a lot of personalities that like feel realer to me, and I'm glad that I'm in this community, and that I just met people that I did, because they never were.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Keep it up. Yeah, I'll follow you guys on IG after. Yeah. Sorry, I kind of like derailed into everything.
No worries. Yeah, it almost just as natural as possible. Like that was perfect. I was gonna say, like, everything that you've said has felt like very real, very relatable. It's very contrasting to, like, okay, when people think business side and this, like you said, like you just found an interest in it, right? People think it's very professional and that it's very template, very this, but then I feel like you do an amazing job at showing that, like, you have your passions, you have your interests, like you have your likes and your dislikes, and this is this, and you can really make a business out of whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing. It's just really great. I just wanted to reinforce that fact that what you're doing, what you're saying, your mindset is amazing. And yeah, no, it's great that 11% exists, and that you yourself as a creative, I'd say, exists as well.
Thank you.
Do you think you would have imagined doing this back in high school, like what you're doing now?
I think probably not. I think it was always as a side thing, for more context and clarity. So like our 11% is presets, and like, for example, title card templates, camera shakes, a lot of like the technical stuff for video editing. And back when I was in high school, I wanted to like make the edits myself. I wanted to be like the name on the like big videos or like music videos, or what, like, oh, edited by me. Like I thought that would probably be my career path. And then now I kind of transitioned to being the feel for other editors. And so now it's like, but it's also kind of equally exciting. I'd even say more exciting, because I get to see my templates being used in like really big productions or like other cool projects. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like I made that template or whatever. So it still feels like I kind of edited it in a way. But back in high school, I definitely imagined myself being just the video editor. And then now I've transitioned to being the tools and the use case for it. But no, I did not.
Alrighty. Okay. So now that we've got the foundation of 11%, I want to talk about your entrepreneurial side. So we've seen that you've attended CSUN's Bullring and even went to compete at CSU Demo Day in Long Beach. How would you say those experiences help shape your business and your mindset as a founder?
The CSUN Bullring was a competition where students could go ahead, all students from CSUN could go ahead and then present their ideas. And it was kind of like Shark Tank, but for us students. And then there was like a grand prize. I think the top one was like $10,000. And obviously I just saw the like flyer, and it was like $10,000 for business competition. I was like, bro, I'm winning that. I did not win, but it was definitely a really fun and new experience, because it was the first time where I felt, oh, there's me, there's my presentation. But yeah, it was the first time where I took my business serious. So for context, at the time I was working a internship at this tech startup, and they're Series B, and they're doing like AI robotics, and I was doing the content marketing for them. It was like completely different vertical, and it was at the same time I was doing that, and then 11% and then school, and then CSUN Bullring. And I think the CSUN Bullring was one of those points where it was kind of like, if I want to actually do this, I hated the internship, by the way. I hated the internship. And also not hated school, but I didn't want to do school. I wanted to be done with it so bad. And so I was like, I really want to take my business to I want to replace my income with my business. And then I saw the CSUN Bullring, and I was like, oh, this would be a cool opportunity. Like, not a cool cash grab, but it's like I could win this. And then I did it, and it was like you have to go through all these different rounds of interviews. You have to submit your project. It's pretty much like a mini Y Combinator, but like in CSUN. And it's like it was like, okay, if I really want to have to if I want to take 11% to support me into the 2x, 3x, 4x our revenue, like I have to like lock in. Like there's you have to actually treat it like a business. And it forced me to actually treat 11% as a business, and rather than like a side hobby and a side project that I was kind of just doing for fun on the side. So there were two meetings, two things that was particularly said. One by Avestus, and he was one of the like entrepreneur mentors during the CSUN Bullring. So you go in, you meet at the David Nazarian College, and it was in one of those rooms, and you basically present your pitch deck. It's just like you go over the slides, and I'm like, so this is my slide, and I'm like doing the revenue projection, and it's like, oh, I want to make like, I don't know, I think I can't remember the exact number. It was like 60,000 or whatever in the first year or whatever. And I was like, I think you could do this amount of revenue, and then he's like, I'm gonna stop you. He's like, these are the like most least impressive numbers ever. Like if you want to even get close to like doing venture raising or even just a real business, like nobody's gonna be excited until they see like billions of like you need to have a $1 billion idea, and you need to essentially think bigger. And I think that was definitely one of the biggest takeaways. Wasn't even actually presenting, it was just before, but during the whole process of CSUN Bullring. And yeah, that was definitely one of the biggest takeaways from the Bullring that shaped me.
Can you talk a little bit about what you presented? Was it 11% like your company now? What was your pitch?
Yes. So I presented our newest product called Auto Edit. So before we started selling templates, we sell title cards, overlays, just standard stuff, presets for Premiere Pro, After Effects, CapCut, whatever. Anybody can create them. Very low barrier to entry. There's new channels popping up every day selling these presets. And I was like, I have to think like bigger. And there's this book called 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. And it's like, you have to think like the newest innovation has to be 10x, like anything, it has to be 10x improvement over anything that currently exists right now. So I was like, okay, so if templates are the current like solution today for all things video editing, what's like a 10 times improvement to presets? And I was like, well, it would automatically like be able to edit my video. I want to be able to type with a prompt, and I want to be able to like edit my music video with one click. I want to be able to edit to the beat of the song with just like AI do that for me. I was like, it's definitely be something AI. And so then before I built it, I was talking to the CEO of the internship that I was at, the startup, and he was like, yeah, it's like, if you're going to sell something, if you're going to start something, like sell it first before building it, because you would rather like you save yourself the cost. So then instead of like hiring a developer, I put it up a landing page, and then I ran ads on it. And then I was like, this is our new product. It's called Auto Edit. It could automatically edit your music videos with AI. We had nothing. There's like nothing like at all that I'm going to ship. So we like run ads, and I'm like super scared. I'm like, oh, these guys are going to be so mad. And I was like, it's going to come out in July. So like I gave myself like a little bit of like runway to at least make it. And then like blew up like $1,000 in the first week. And then I was like, yeah, like, okay, I have to like make this now. So then that's what I presented. And this was all during the same time of the Bullring. That's why I kind of said it was like kind of perfect timing. So I presented this whole pitch during the Bullring, and then I presented our traction too. I was like, and we also didn't like, we're just saying this is a cool idea. We've pre-sold it, and we've got in like X amount of pre-orders. We got an X amount of dollars. Like we know that this is solving a problem, and it's helping editors save 10 times the amount of like work and effort and energy and time that they're putting into their edits in the first place. And it's solving like one of the most important problems for the creator economy, which is content production and creation. So that's essentially what I pitched, and I've lost. No, everybody wants first place, of course, but we got best in technology, and it was cool because I think we still got money from it, and then I used that money and along with our pre-sale money to build the product, and then we launched it in July. And since then, it's been awesome. I managed to quit my full-time job at the startup. I replaced my income, and yeah, it's really fun. Like I feel super excited and super like hyped to work every day, and I feel like it started because of the Bullring, or the Bullring was a starting point.
Did you do the same for demo day, or was that, or did you?
Yeah, so demo day, I presented a iteration of auto edit. So there's another, the quote, my favorite quote from Jensen is like, complacency kills. One day there's going to be this company. In 5 years, it's like a guarantee that's going to happen, and it's going to be faster than you. It's going to be better than you. It's going to put your business out of business. Like 5 years, this will happen. The only way that you can prevent that from happening is if you become that business. Mm-hmm. And there's like, innovation is not just like a cool thing that you should do. It's a necessity. So we have to be building like a new auto edit every single quarter. Every quarter there has to be an R&D project that we're working on, or I have a contractor team of developers. We're working on the newest thing. Okay, cool. Now we did auto edit. Like, what is next? So now we're doing sports edits for auto edit. And then auto edit's going to do wedding videos next quarter. And then after that, it's going to do event recaps. And then after that, it's going to do vlogs. And then after that, we're going to train we have to be working on the next project. So I actually presented the next version of auto edit, which is our next newest feature, which is a prompt editor. So essentially lets you type in how you want your edit to be done. So you have your footage, you upload your footage, and you say, oh, I would like I would like my footage to be edited like this. Please add markers every beginning clip. Please add this type of color grade and edit it for me. And then it will be able to get the base rough timeline done. But there's like a whole bunch of technical stuff I can go into, like machine learning, a lot of boring stuff, but that's what I presented at the Long Beach demo day. Great experience, great public speaking. You should always practice your public speaking skills.
Okay, well, I mean, given all that you've experienced and all the challenges and successes that you've been through, what advice would you give to young creatives who are struggling to stand out in such a saturated market?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing that helps me, and I'm still always struggling with too, I'm not perfect, I'm just any other kid creating stuff, is the speed of light. Like your metric of time should be the literal speed of light. Controversial, but favorite quote from Elon, it's his number one rule in Elon's algorithm is question the requirements. There's no requirement that should not be questioned. If you provide a requirement that is from government, a law, a jurisdiction, wherever, you have to cite the name and the source. And the reason being so is because every requirement is stupid, and it essentially slows down the process. The only requirements that we should be bound to in business are the literal laws of physics. So same applies for speed. Your speed to execution for whatever project should be the literal speed of light. That is the fastest amount of time that point A can get to point B. So why is it taking like so long to ship a product? Why is it taking so long to finish a marketing campaign? Why is it taking so long to ship a new feature? Like everything that comes in, the moment we get feedback, it has to be executed like that day, like literally. I think that's the biggest thing that helps me move fast, because it's so easy to think of something and you're like, oh my gosh, this would be cool. I want to do this. And then you're like, oh, but I just don't feel like recording today, or I don't feel like, oh, I'm tired. I just had a long day, or I had a long week. I'll do it tomorrow, or do it now. So that's essentially like what I would tell my younger self. I'm still struggling with this like all the time. Every day is a struggle, but as long as you show up and as long as you're moving fast, that's the key for me.
Well, I mean, now I wanted to really get into 11% itself, the brand that you've built. Can you tell us about the name, and what does 11% represent, or what does it mean? And
yeah,
sorry.
Oh, sorry. What was your last question?
and how it ties into your creative journey, I guess. So basically what it means.
Yeah, 11%. I get asked that a lot. The true story was that it was my Xbox username, but the reason why I chose it though later on was because in Atomic Habits, you should improve by 1% every single day, and then I was like, but why 1%? Like, why not 10%? And then I was like, oh my god, my Xbox username is 11. So then that's it. That's 11%. Yeah. So improve. Try to improve by 11% every single day. Bare minimum. If not, you can do 1%. But as long as you're just growing and trying, it doesn't have to be. You're not going to make a full jump. You're not going to be a completely different person overnight. But just as long as you're pushing yourself a little bit every day and showing up.
Well, I mean, what's next for 11% then? Are there any upcoming product drops, workshops, collaborations that you're excited about?
Yeah, so the next feature for auto edit or line of our product is sports mode for auto edit, and it's going to automatically edit sports recaps. So a lot of our user base is actually on the field of basketball and football highlight reels, and they spend a lot of time. They get hours of footage from their games because they're just sitting at these game days recording the entire field and what's happening, and then they have to go and edit and find all those highlight moments. And then on top of that, worse if they're being paid by a certain player to make a highlight, so that they search for their jersey number through hours of footage. So our model is able to detect the jersey number, it's able to detect the whistle blows and the crowd cheering moments, and it's able to pull the highlight moments from 4 hours worth of football and condense it into 30 seconds of good highlight clips. And then the editor that way can then start and go build their edit. So that's our newest feature that we're shipping. And we had this idea yesterday, and we're pre-selling it today. Like the landing page goes live today. So I mean, it's just like there's always something new. The other thing we're working on is once again as usual the feature that I presented at CSU demo day, which is our text to edit feature. And we're doing a demo of that at Adobe Max this week as well. So if you guys are at Adobe Max, make sure to catch us there. That'll be fun. So yeah, I think that's pretty much. I mean, we have a lot of other projects, but for NDA competitor reasons, keep them on the low. But yeah, that's pretty much the two main things that I'm excited for that are coming up.
Could I ask? You said we a lot, like when you're referring to certain things. What does your business structure look like? Like, who do you work with?
Yeah, so right now it's mainly. I mean, I should just mainly say me, but no, I do have 3 other contractors that I work a lot with. One of my best friends, Nate Lavelle, he's our contract. He's one of our main contractors, and he is super talented developer. I guess the closest thing would be to our CTO, but. Yeah, Nate's the GOAT, and he helps with just like the development and code stuff. I cannot code. You can't tell, but I can sell stuff. So Nate codes, I sell, and then I work with a bunch of other video editors. We have a bunch of contract video editors across the board. Most of them are overseas, and then we have an outreach team for affiliate promos, and I think that's all. But it's mainly just contractor base, no like full-time employees. Not sure if we'll get to that point or if I want to get to that point. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's the structure, if that answers your question.
Yeah, that's...
And for our listeners who want to take action right now, can we find you, your socials, if you want to plug that, or your website as well, so that people know where to find you?
Yeah, so you can follow us on YouTube. YouTube is our primary account where we're most active, and it's at 11%, literally. And then you can find us on Instagram at 11% prod. That is our main Instagram account. And yeah, shoot us a DM if you have any questions. If you want to edit 10 times faster, if you want to speed up your editing process, reach out. We have a bunch of templates. And we also have a bunch of free templates as well, too. So if you want to do any sort of editing or you're getting started, pull up. Yeah.
Sounds good.
And it works on any software, right? Not just Premiere, like maybe DaVinci.
Yeah, so we have a lot of Premiere focused templates. However, we do have some overlays that do work on DaVinci, CapCut, all types. And there's a tab. It says on our website. You'll see it. It's just overlays. But yeah, you can use our overlays for any type of editing software, and most of them are beginner. We are targeting beginner users. So if you're just starting, perfect.
Alrighty, sounds good. Okay, so now for the last segment of our podcast today, we have some fun rapid fire style questions. So feel free to give your hot take, your answer to whatever it is. Okay, are you ready?
Cool. All right, let's do it.
All right. So first, what's the most unhinged or unexpected client request you've requested or gotten?
Oh man, I would definitely say I got asked to shoot an OnlyFans video one time. That would probably be unhinged. I turned it down, unfortunately. Or not unfortunately. Fortunately. Yeah, that would probably be the most unhinged one. Fortunately.
Okay.
Freudian slip.
What's your hot take on creative burnout or hustle culture in today's content?
Burnout does not exist. Burnout does not exist. If you're burned out, you don't love it enough and you're not going hard enough.
What's one thing you see beginner editors doing that instantly kills their growth?
Complacency. Oh, no. Actually, editing too much, which is a form of complacency. Less is more. Less is always more. In editing, we always want to add more. You need to stop sometimes.
And lastly, finish this sentence for us. True success to me means...
building more companies.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay, and that wraps up our rapid fire question segment for this podcast. Is there anything that you would like to say, that you would like to add to wrap up this whole session?
I think particularly for CSUN students, I would just want to say this because I feel like I didn't know anybody who went to CSUN or like didn't know of any, not to say in a bad way, but I didn't know of any big success case stories. I don't think I'm there yet. Hopefully that would be cool, and then we can see that in the future. But to any other CSUN students out there or if you're a Cal State student, whatever, just create stuff. Like if you have an idea, if you want to do something, just go and do it. And yeah, do it today. Do it right now. If you're listening to this right now, it's literally the end of the podcast. That's perfect time for you to start whatever project that is you're working on it. The worst case scenario is you get 2 views or it doesn't work out, and then you can just try something new. As long as you're not going to like die or anything, it's just like just go out there and do it. And I think the results will most likely surprise you.
Okay. Well, Devin, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your story, your insights, and your creative wisdom. Your journey from editing for free to building a global brand and representing at the Bullring and CSU Demo Day in Long Beach. I think that's beyond inspiring. To everyone listening, you can check out Devin's work and presets at 11%.net and follow him across social media to keep up with his latest projects. We'll tag that again down below so that you can go ahead and check that out. And as always, don't forget to follow at CSUN_entrepreneurship for more conversations like this one, where passion meets purpose and creativity turns into opportunity. Thank you for tuning in to CSTE Corner. Until next time, keep building, keep creating, and keep chasing that 11% mindset. Thank you, everyone. My name is Aliana Joel.
I'm Dahlia Kumar.
And you just watched CSTE Corner.